Hello everybody, how are you today? I hope you're having a wonderful day and hope you've accomplished something today already. It is 3 o'clock Eastern, 2 o'clock Central, and so we just keep walking it back for, our friends farther and farther west. But I hope you've been having a great day. Oh, you guys, I gotta turn my fan on. Hang on one second. Whew! I gotta have some air movement in here. So what are you guys up to? I hope you've been doing some crafty stuff lately. And today we are going to make we're gonna make the foundation piece for a little album folio that is going to be made from cards and envelopes. We're gonna use 5x7 cards and envelopes. Hello, Rhonda, how are you doing today? So that's what we're gonna be doing today. And I think it's a little bit different than some of them. So we're going to be using both the cards and the envelopes. Hey, Deborah. Hi, Sue. If you guys are watching on replay, if you don't see the little red live button up above, be sure and type in #replay so I know that you came to visit and that you stopped by. Lenora, hello. How are you? So glad everybody's popping on. Let me just send myself somewhere else here. Oh, I got to get my comments up first. Let me see one second here. What have you guys been up to? It hasn't been so bad today. It's been, we've had kind of a mild start to the day. It's inching up there though. I think that we are past 80. Last time I looked, we were up past 80. The humidity isn't too bad, so that's kind of nice. I'm always happy when the humidity isn't terrible. That is never any fun. I'm not a fan of that. And I remember when we used to be in Minnesota, that was a real eye-opener. And they were always so funny because I know, like in the winter even, they would tell us how dry it was there. Well, I'd come from around Denver, Colorado, and you don't know dry till you've been in some of those places like that, right? Hi, Deborah. Oh, Rhonda, you're at 97. Tell me again where you're watching from, Rhonda. Hey, Kathy. Yeah, that gets to be kind of hot. Yeah, we've had some hot ones already this year. I always say we're on preheat here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So, yeah, I'm not looking forward to summer. And somebody the other day was saying that, I don't know, they seem to have some indications that it's going to be another hot one. Northern California. Okay. Oh, you love the heat. Oh, man, I don't. My husband does. He is always freezing here in the house with the temperature that we keep it. And my granddaughter, who moved here last year, she also loves the heat. And so, I tell them, both of them, that's good for them. Oh, Lenora, you're in Colorado, up in the mountains. Where are you up there? I still have some family in the Denver area. Over in Denver, and I guess my daughter just moved and she's in Denver too now. Let me grab some things here to put on my desktop so we can get going. Hi, Diane, how are you doing? Kathy says it's 80. Oh, up in Central City. Oh, okay. I used to love to go to Central City back in the days when it was more of a touristy thing and not casinos. Okay, I'm going to change us down to the desktop and we're going to get going. So again, I'm Christy from My Artful Adventures and we are going to do some paper crafting today, and we're going to make a little folio or journal from some 5x7 cards and envelopes. So I just completely lost my train of thought as to how to get us there. There we go. Which can happen. It can happen. Okay, so I just got these. These are from somewhere like, oh gosh, you guys, I don't know. They're like from Joann's or somewhere. They were some of those card packs that come together. And so that, I just had those handy. And we're going to use that. So first of all, we're going to you need 4 cards and 4 envelopes. So first of all, I'm going to take 2 of the envelopes. I'm going to flip them around like this. So here's the flap side. And so basically at the bottom of the envelope, we're going to slice just a little bit off. It doesn't really matter how much. You just need it to be open, okay? You just need to be able to have it open. Okay. So we've got one of them, and then we're going to do the other one. Who knows? They might not even be the same amount I cut off. Oh, this stuff is, wow. This craft stuff that they've used as paper is kind of thick. That's okay though. That'll make it great. You haven't really grown like Black Hawk. Really? Well, last time I was up there has been quite a few years ago, and I'm sure that's true. I'm sure that they have not really grown the way that Black Hawk has. Okay, so now, as long as we've got our envelopes out, let's do the next part. Now we're going to turn them the other way, and we want the flaps this direction, okay? All of them, all 4 of them. And what we're going to do is we're going to make something that is going to become part of the spine area, okay? And we're going to do 3/8 of an inch. But I tell you what, you guys, you cannot depend on your envelopes being square, okay? So don't count on that. So what you need to do is take something, make a mark that you can remember. I'm going to think about 2 as my mark, okay? And then I'm going to pull this down here so I know where my 2 is. So it's right here. So I'm going to make sure that my fold in the card is straight, okay? That way, if your card is not completely squared off, this way you'll know that the mark that you're going to make now will be squared off, okay? And so maybe, you know, maybe it isn't quite exactly even from this part of your score line to, you know, the same one down here. But this way we know that our crease is straight, and then we're going to mark off 3/8 of an inch, okay? So just, and most scoring tools are marked in 1/8 of an inch increments, and we're just going to pull it back and do 3 of them. So 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to score right here. And we're going to do that on all 4 of the envelopes. So there's 1. Like I said, just kind of check where you are, pull it down so you know that that's the 2. And you could actually, you know, if you want, I've seen some people use a marker and do one marker like somewhere straight so they know where that straight line is. So 1, 2, 3/8 of an inch, and then just pull that down. So now from here to here, I know that all of that is straight. And who knows, maybe this one is kind of straight and squared off in the first place, but I've had some that were just really not squared up, and it caused a lot of problems. So 1, 2, 3/8 of an inch from the fold to score. You guys, I think what I'm going to do today is I'm just going to go ahead and we're going to build the foundation of our little journal today, okay? And then we'll do some other things like in coming days. I think that would be fun to do. And then if anybody wants to play along, then they'll be able to, you know, make the foundation part and then, you know, work along the same, kind of the same line of making that we're going to be doing. 1, 2, 3/8. Because this part, you know, always your foundation piece is kind of, you know, the one that takes you the most to think about and get it together, because that's the part that really, you know, takes some finagling, right? Okay, now we've got our 4 cards, and these are 8x7 cards. And I'm going to take 2 cards. And what we're going to do is, I mean, you could even just stack them up like this, you know, just closed and like this. And we are going to what you're going to do is you're going to glue two of them together, okay? So if you just stack them closed like this, that's an easy way to know which parts you're doing together. Or you can open them all the way out. If you open them all the way out, you're going to have like a valley fold here, and then this one will be your mountain fold if you want to think about it like that, okay? But I guess the easiest thing is just stack your two cards up, grab the center portions and do it that way. And all we're going to do is we're going to glue these two pieces together, okay? And I just got out a new glue. This is some of that Collal glue. And you guys, this comes from somewhere over in Great Britain. And you do not have to use this. I would say that this is very much like Beacon's 3-in-1 glue, or it's like Fabri-Tac glue. I don't have either one of those glues, and so I have a bunch of this. Somehow I have a whole bunch of this. But the thing about it is, it's not watery. So water-based glues have a tendency to, you know, get into the fibers of your paper, and these kinds of glues don't. And another thing about some of these is they really make your project kind of rock solid. And I'm just going to put this on here. And you guys know I love using wet glues because it gives you a moment to get it all together. Ew, I got that seeping out there. Let me grab something. Maybe just a piece of paper. Why is it when you want just a piece of paper or something, you got all kinds of stuff you don't want to use? I'm just going to pull that off. I got some of this too close to the edge, and if I would have not put it so close, it would have been fine. But now I got to straighten it up. This glue really takes a little bit longer to set. Okay, so I'm just going to hold it like this while that kind of sets up a little bit. Talking about drying time. You guys, I was just almost ready to come on, and I took a drink out of my glass and I poured some of it down the front of me. I always have, whether it's something I'm drinking or eating, you know, that's kind of the joke at our family. I might have it on me. And so yes, I had it right on me. And then I'm like, well, I can't go live and have big spots right on the front of my shirt. So you know what I did? I grabbed my heat tool because it was just water. It wasn't going to do anything. It was just water. Okay, so while that's drying, let's do the other set of them. So we're using the 4 cards, 4 envelopes. So again, just stack them up like this. Grab those 2 center sections. That's what we're going to glue. And I might try to keep it away from the edge so much. The outer edges and the fold line. You don't want it seeping into the fold to where that's going to be, you know, it's not going to fold, open and close. I'm just going to put that there. Maybe I'll grab, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to grab some little clippies. Then I won't have to sit here and just hold it while it continues. Hi, Carrie. How are you? Martha? You were online shopping. Molly, thanks for putting me over there. I appreciate that. I really do. More than you know. Okay. And just put it, and this will be perfect. And you guys, one reason that I'm not going to do anything else with it today was I really had planned to, you know, work on it and kind of do all the pretty papers and everything. And then I got to thinking, I don't know, maybe I don't want to do pretty papers, because with my base right here, it could be really fun to use things that would be more like junk journal papers, right? You know, maybe some of the things that some of those papers were like that book I showed you the other day, that Cole's Journal. That would be fun to use some of those papers, or dictionary papers, old book pages. There would be a lot of fun things that we could use on here instead of brand new, you know, gorgeous papers. And whatever you do, however you make it, the book's going to be gorgeous anyway. It doesn't really matter. Let's see, who else is here? Hey, Donna, how are you? You always spill things on the front. I do. It seems, you know, I used to think of it as, well, I don't know. Now I'm just going to say it's a talent. It's a talent that I have. And I know many other women have the same talent. We're super talented like that. What's the glue? You don't think you've seen it? Yeah, probably not. It's called Collal. It comes from over in Great Britain, I think. That's where I heard about it. Actually, what does that say? I don't know where they make it. Let me look. Let me see if I can read it. It's got all kinds of other languages, so I have no idea. What is NL? What country would be NL, you guys? I do not know. There's French, English, and I think Danish. Maybe one of the other Scandinavian countries. Would that be Norway? NL. I don't know. I just don't know. But this is what I'm using. It is a great glue if you can get your hands on it. Well, and I'll tell you where I got it. It's from Crafter's Companion. But, you know, the Netherlands. That's probably, yes, NL. Oh, Deborah, you're so smart. Thank you. Thank you for figuring that out for us. Yes, exactly. Neverland. Martha. Oh my gosh. That's too funny. Okay, so now we've got the pages here. These should be dry enough to be able to do anything with. So now we are going to go back. I think that's probably enough time. But the thing about when you use some of those kinds of glues, not just this one, but if you use Fabrifix or Beacons 3-in-1, if you use any of those kinds of glues, simply because they don't soak in so much into your paper, they really make your project like really sturdy. Like you can even hear it. Like by the time we put paper and stuff on here, it is gonna just be super sturdy. And that is one of the things that I really like doing that. Hey Betty, how are you? Stormy in your part of Michigan today, huh? Okay, so now we want the 2 envelopes that we cut the bottoms off. So take those, and now that your cards are glued together, half of the card, you're going to take the part that's glued together, and you're going to take that and you're going to put it into the part of the envelope that you cut off. Okay, so we're going to slide that in there, and because these are envelopes made for the cards, we know that's going to fit in there. And just kind of center it. You'll want to kind of center it because the envelope is bigger than the card. It has to be, so it goes in. And all I would do is kind of center that. And you want to make sure that your seam, your score mark in the cards, you know, is out past the edge far enough so that you can have an easy time turning your pages, okay? Now, you can either use some of their glue. It just, to me, is easier to stick this in there and then just get some glue in here. And I'm just going to use my tiny needle nose applicator glue. And this is that reptile glue that you hear me use all the time. All right, hear me say that's what I use. So I'm just going to try to leave a tiny bit at the top and the bottom. So I've got it centered. Make sure it opens and closes. Okay, and then we need to do the other one the same way. Here's the other one that we cut off. So we're going to slide that in here. Now this one, look at this. This has got a little bit of an opening. And I want to just put a tiny bit more glue in there to secure that so it's kind of tight. I just now saw that. So I'm just going to clamp that so it'll, and that kind of glue grabs pretty quick. So let's just do that. And I'm going to wait for a second. I can't open that and let it dry like that. Well, I could. I'll tell you what I could do. I could do that. We could do that and just like press it down for a minute. And that way I can kind of go on with our project here, right? So now we're going to stick this one in here. The same thing. Oh, I got to go back and do both sides. So let's just do that and pull it in there. You don't have to do the clamps. I just thought it might help it grab a minute. Grab more quickly, I should say. So I'm going to center this, make sure that I can see the score mark sticking out. Like that. And put a little glue in. Now I have to put it on the other side too. Okay. So you have to do it on both sides because we left this part open. So while the other one dries, let's just go back and do this side. There's kind of a lot of moving parts to this, you guys, but it's not that hard. You just kind of have to pay attention to what you're doing, right? Hi, Susan. Hi, Kathy. You're over in Jackson and the sun is just peeking out. I tell you, I just can't believe how many storms we've had roll through. Just over and over. Okay, so now we've got these two sections with the cards, right? So we used 4 card bases. All right, now then, you want to take, oh my gosh, let me think about this. You want to take your one card, take the other 2 envelopes that we didn't use are going to be the cover and the back cover, okay? So we're going to take this and it needs to go, oh my goodness, let me think about this. It needs to go like this. Is that right? And then, so then we've got that one. Nope, that's not right. Okay, let me think about this. Oh my gosh, did I mess this up? I've got my sample one over here. Okay. Phew, I thought I messed it up, you guys. So we're going to take this one. Okay, hang on a second. Okay, don't watch till I figure it out. What in the world have I done? Okay. Hang on one second. Let me look at the one I've previously made, you guys. There's the outside. That one goes this way. Oh, you guys. So there's that one. You guys, I have totally confused myself. That does not, none of that seems right. It's not a fail because I didn't glue it together yet. The parts I've done are right. Oh my goodness. What in the world? Okay. Now if I put that, I know you're supposed to put this one so it opens on the back. It always opens to the back. So if I put this here, but then I can't see that one. Nope, maybe that's right. And then this one goes with that to the back. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is like so embarrassing. You guys, seriously, I don't want to continue and even confuse you any more than I have already done so far. Oh my gosh. Oh. See it so you can help? Alrighty then. Okay, so I know I've even made these before. It's been a long time. I thought, oh, I should make another one. Those turn out really cute. Well, here, I will show you what happens. So you open it up, and then you've got all of these places that, you know, you've got these other pages everywhere. Now, these aren't glued in. But then you've got all these little places that flip and flap. You know, I like my little folios and albums with all their flips and flaps. So that's how it goes together. But, okay, so we've got this one, and you can see this one here. But then where did the next one attach? I know what I've done. Okay. You leave this open on the back. I was right about that. Whew, I got it, you guys. Let me put some glue down. You just got to keep going, right? I'm just going to put some of it here, and then I can get some more in there. I don't want to put too much and make it a mess. Okay, I'm gonna fold where my 3/8 inch thing is. Look, I was thinking we were just going to breeze right through this. We weren't going to have any trouble, but no. She forgot what she was doing. Now what we want to do is we want to bring, and here's the deal, and I do know this. A lot of these envelopes, some of them, if they have a longer flap that slides deeper in here, it's way easier. These just almost reach right there, and that's it, and it's kind of hard. So we want to push this in here, right, so it's almost right at the edge here where that score mark is. You gotta get it kind of straight. You know what? Let me move my scoreboard and my trimmer. Because what I want to do is I want to kind of line it up along here and make sure that the next envelope is pretty straight. And it's not. It's kind of crooked. I got it, and I see where it's crooked. You know what? I'm going to pull this up. It's dried, but I think I can loosen it up. There we go. I need to redo some of that. Let's try again. Okay, so we need this. So basically, we want this crease to only come up to this crease, okay? So we're going to slide it in here. And then it catches on that. And get this over here and line up my envelopes so they're fairly straight. Okay, that's pretty good. And now I'm just gonna push it down. Yeah, I tell you what, I so wish that these went in there a depth. And they would have gone in there deeper if we would not have, you know, made the little score mark on the flap. But that's important, so we give ourselves a little spine. And I'm just gonna go ahead and put those down. And we could squirt a little in here and seal it down. Now this is not going to have, we're not going to make any of these pockets because they're going to be covered up with paper. So we can put our, we're going to do a lot of other things. Now tomorrow, I had said tomorrow was going to be ephemera, I think. But I think instead of that, we're going to continue working on the book. And so some of it will kind of consider it ephemera. Hello, Stephanie Brooks. How are you doing? Oh, thanks for sprinkling me out. It's so good to see you. It's so funny. Every time that I have been thinking about you, and every time that happens, then I will see you before I even get a chance to let you know I'm thinking about you. Isn't that funny? Okay, so now this one, let's see. So there's our cover. Now, does this one go in here? It should. So that will go in there. And we'll have that and this. Okay, it's gonna come together. Okay, so we gotta flip it over this way. Okay, so here's the cover. This was the back. This one needs to, oh my gosh, you guys, here we go again. So if this slides in here, and this pocket needs to face the same way. Is that right? Somebody needed to be coming over here and helping with this. I needed an assistant today. Okay, so we've got the cover, and this one slid in there. Okay, all right, that's right. Gosh, I just really wanted to double check. There has got to be an easier way to show you guys this than all this confusion. Okay, so now we're ready to put this one in. Who's thoroughly confused now? Besides the maker. Oh my goodness. Okay, so again, I'm going to slide it in here. Little pocket. And then we're just going to make sure our score mark is right there at the edge. So it'll still open and close. And then let's make sure our envelope is kind of straight. Let's pick a line down here. And keep our envelope straight. Okay, that looks pretty good. And then press that down. Okay, and let's go ahead and glue this part down. And then we just pray that in the end it really worked out. I'm gonna lose my craft credentials. Oh my goodness. Okay, and so now this one. Oh, that isn't right. When you slide it in, this one has to be on the back. That's not right. That's not right. I do know that part. Uh-oh, uh-oh. When you see the opening for your envelope, the other one has to be turned over the other way. Oh my gosh. You guys, I just applied to be a presenter for something special. They're gonna look at this like, oh my gosh, no. Absolutely not. Okay, so this goes to the back. When you slide this in, that has to go to the back. I think. Yes, you slide it in and that's the back. Slide this in and that part's at the back. Oh my word. Okay, well trust me, by the time I get this in here today, I'm going to have been done and I for sure will want to come back and finish it with you. I will have had enough of this nonsense for the day. Okay, there we go. Phew. Got that done. Okay, well that's a good way to think of it. When you slide it in the pocket, your other opening needs to be on the other side. I don't know why I didn't think of it like that. Okay, so here we go. And where's our last envelope? Well, that's a good question. Where's the last one? So we got 1, 2, 3. Where's my other one? Well, you guys. Well, that's interesting. I don't know where it went. Hang on a second. I've got others up here. We'll have to redo that envelope. Huh. I don't see. Oh, I hear. There it is. Oh my goodness. There it is. I heard it as my chair. Scoot, scoot, scoot. I heard it as my chair ran into it. Okay, so now this time we do this one. Again, we're sliding it in this way and the thing is on the back. So we are going to get this in here. Why did that not, and I knew that before. I don't know why that just did not make sense. I don't know why I got so confused. I try to come on here and make it easy for you guys. Maybe I'll do that again sometime. I think the problem is, you know, when you go so long between times that you make something, even if you knew what it was and how it worked, you just kind of, you know, it seemed easy at the time, and then you go back and it's like, wait, what did I do? I can't get this in here tight. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to slide this in. You know, and this might be a good thing to do. Slide it in. Make sure it still opens. And then I'm going to go ahead and put my glue under here to hold that flap right here. And that'll hold that. And then I'm going to flip it over. Here. And I'm going to squirt some of my glue down in here. And that'll help seal that all up. Okay. Now, see all this? This is your spine, and you can go ahead and add some other glue in here to kind of secure all of those. So they're nice and secure. Oh, I'm real happy with how straight it is at the top and the bottom this time. And now what you do is you take this last one and you just fold it over. I don't even think, let me see, I don't think, that one might not have even needed to be scored. Let me see. No, it wouldn't have needed to have been scored. Well, it does need to be scored. It does fold there, but you don't leave that one out past that section. We'll just go ahead and glue this down. Just give it a good glue. Put some glue in this part that you scored. But don't put it at the score lines. And then we'll just fold that over like that. Phew! I think we did it, you guys. It's a memory recharge. No kidding, you guys. Oh, thank you so much for bearing with me through that. Hello, Brenda. Hey, Kay, how are ya? Who else popped on? Adela, hey there, how are you? Oh my goodness. Are you sure? Okay, now we're gonna check it out. So now then, these cards fold on both sides of that envelope. This one, they fold on both sides of the envelope. And here's our cover. And then we just kind of need to give that another little press like that. This one, some of that glue, I didn't press, I should have pressed that spine piece down better. Let me see. Okay, there we go. All right, you guys, I did it. I did it. And so now we just have to do all the covers and the papers and stuff. We did it. Okay, so here's what it looks like. It's kind of undressed right now. It's in a state of, but I'm a tree that's oh, Diane. Maybe I did. Maybe that's what's wrong. Who knows? So here it is. Here's our cover. We open it up. We've got a little flap here. Got a flap here. One here. One here. And then our back cover. Now, you could, you know, if you wanted to, you could have left some of these to where they would have been pockets, but I don't want to do that. I'm going to cover them all because they've, you know, just to give it a little bit more strength. Once we add another piece of paper on here, it's going to give it a little bit more stability, right? And so, watching me so much fun. Adela, I'm glad I can bring some levity to your day. So we're going to do that, and we'll start working on this tomorrow. Then I'll be on the same time. Oh my gosh, I can't believe what time it already is. So I'm going to cut papers. Now, I will tell you, everything that we're going to use for the coverings is going to be a 5x7 piece. The 5x7s will cover the card sections in their entirety. And then on the envelope sections, it's going to have a tiny bit of a border. And so that's how that's going to be. And then we're going to do one other piece, and it's going to be about 3.5 inches, and then have 7 inches tall. And so we'll go ahead and do those like that. So they will all be the same, you know, the same height. I made one time, and I made the spine piece the whole length of the envelope. And I didn't really like it because then it wasn't the same height as my papers, because the papers, you know, were, well, let's see. Let me grab a ruler. How tall are these? The envelopes are, they're like 7 1/4. So you've got, you know, it would only be like about 1/8 of an inch at the top and the bottom, but it just didn't look good. It just didn't, it looked like it had been messed up. Oh, imagine that. So there we go. Oh, you guys, I hope if you want to make these that you can muddle your way through that. I should do another one now that I refreshed my memory on that. But look, that's what it is. Just remember that as you grab those envelopes, here, let's take some envelopes here. So your first envelope is like this. You take your next envelope, and the opening has to be on the back side. So you slide that one in here. And then, you know, to make it easy, you could put this in here. And then your next one, oh, you guys know, I'm just going to confuse us all again, aren't I? Oh, you know what? So if you slide this in here, and then you folded this back, oh, you guys, that would have been so much easier. Slide this one in here, and then turn it on its little spine thing. Put this one in and with the flap on the back, and then after you've glued that one in, fold it. Oh, you guys, I came up with a method. I came up with the method. Oh my goodness, what has happened here? Okay, that was odd. And then the next one, put in with the fold at the back. Oh, why didn't I figure that out before? Okay, whew. Okay, so if you want to make one, that's the way to do it, you guys. That's the way when you get the other parts assembled. Just do it like that. Oh my goodness, I'm sure glad I found out an easier way to do that, you guys. I hope that you will come tomorrow and we will work on, you know, putting some of the rest of it together. We'll decorate, that part will get, we'll put all of its pretties on, and then we will start doing some other goodies to it as well. I don't know, maybe we'll do that Friday. I can't remember what I said I was doing on Friday, but I'll be live again both days the same time. Thursday and Friday same time. So I hope you have a wonderful day, and never fear, we're going to be able to get through this. We're going to get it done, you guys. It's going to look great when we get it done, right? Don't you think so? Do you think it's going to look great when we get it done? What happened here? I hope you guys are still here. Okay, Stephanie says she loves it. Oh, sure, Rhonda. You're very welcome, and thanks for bearing with me, you guys. Oh my goodness, I haven't done something that goofy and got so lost in my project in a while. It can happen. It certainly can happen. It can happen to all of us, right? Some people laugh and they say that that's what they like about watching, is because it's very real, right? And it is. It's very real. You can get lost in your own project, even if you knew what you were doing. You guys come back tomorrow. I will see you 3 p.m. Eastern or 2 Central, 1 Mountain, noon on the Pacific time. You guys, thank you. Bye. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.